I want to check out the new internet historian video. So I haven't seen it yet. Oh, this is on incognito mode. Okay. Conspiracies.
NordVPN by YouTube brought conspiracies. Conspiracies.
Conspiracies.
Chirp. What are conspiracies?
That one's pretty funny, to be fair.
What are... Look, all I want to know is, what are conspiracies?
Is it bad that I know all of these conspiracies?
Wait a minute. Are they making the green M&M less sexy? He figured it out.
These are all... I know all of these, actually. I know all of them.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I kind of just like the little ones.
Wait, Tucker triggered? Wait, what happened? Wait, about the M&Ms? Tucker green M&M? Oh, no.
Eminem, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. Leading women do not wear sexy boots. Leading women wear frumpy shoes. The frumpier, the better. That's the rule. The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress. M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won. The orange M&M will, quote, acknowledge and embrace his anxiety. And actually, if you look at him, the orange M&M does appear very anxious.
Wait, is that real?
Maybe he doesn't like all the ugly new shoes he sees around him. Maybe he liked the sexy boots.
Okay, that's pretty funny. But I mean, when did this come out? I mean, it's like he kind of called gaming, didn't he? He like literally called it. I mean, this actually happened with like, this actually like kind of spilled over into like everything actually. That's kind of funny.
It don't really matter.
Give me an example.
I recently was grocery shopping and I bought a limited edition detergent that was wild berry scented. I opened it and started using it right away. And every time I clean the dishes now, I think, wow, that's a delicious wild berry scent.
Yeah.
But then I had to go to a hospital, right? And it just stinks like chemicals. And it's like, we have the technology to make cleaning things that smell delightful.
Oh.
Yet you go to the hospital and it smells like...
My soap smells like green tea.
It's
great.
Yeah.
What's up
like
with
matcha.
that?
That is a good point. What else have you got?
So when I was a kid, my sister had been to like a party with glow sticks.
Right.
And so she put a bunch of them in the freezer because she had heard that if you put a glow stick in the freezer, it stays glowy.
Wait, I heard that too. Wait, I heard that too. That's not real?
For longer? I think that's not true.
It does. No, it does. It slows down the chemical reaction.
Nah, there's no chemicals. It's just little green goblins, I'm telling you, with their little torches. So I'm a kid, right? And we used to have, like, you know, ice blocks. I don't know what you...
Oh, I know exactly where this is going. How many did you drink?
Just the one. But so I go into the freezer. I go, oh, wow, that must be some new thing. And I get some scissors from the kitchen.
Oh,
I snip it off. And I drink it down.
What in color was it and what flavor?
It was a reddy purple. It tasted like soap, but it was spicy like Tabasco. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. Yep.
Now, here's where the conspiracy comes into it, right? My sisters are running around screaming in circles, he's gonna die, he's gonna die, oh no, no. My mum's on the phone with like a poison control hotline or something, being like, my son just drank a glow stick.
You're the worst mother.
This is your fault.
I hope you made plenty of nice arrangements for the funeral, ma'am.
There's no point making a closed casket, he'll just glow right through, won't he?
Put him in the freezer. He'll last longer.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so here's the
Holy
thing, right?
shit.
They're saying, you know, you can't drink glow sticks, they're toxic, you'll die, etc. The poison control people Their solution was I had to gargle ice cubes, not to neutralize the chemicals, purely to get rid of that spicy, annoying sensation. So here's the conspiracy. I drank a glow stick, 0 adverse effects. Nothing happened. So they've been saying, oh no, don't drink glow sticks, they're bad for you. They'll make you sick. But I could have sworn I could see in the dark. Nothing bad happened.
So nothing bad happened. Soapy,
With a hint of Tabasco.
wild berry.
Wild berry. Yes. Oh my god, maybe it was a wild berry. Maybe that's what. Oh my god. You don't think.
No,
I love how these videos are just him and his friend in like a Discord call, because you can tell that the audio quality, like it's whatever. It's literally like gamer level audio quality. And then they're just talking in Discord. They record
That's a
it.
conspiracy. You're crazy.
Surely.
You're just making it up for attention.
Oh, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Toilets.
Yes.
I think there is no standard for what the big button does and what the small button does.
Wait, what?
Now I'm going to need you to elaborate on that.
So, okay.
Wait.
Very often, people...
Aren't those like, hold on, aren't those eco switches? They're like the ones that have like some toilet dials can go up and down. It's an eco. I see.
So,
All right, got
number
it.
one, less often people go...
Yeah. It's supposed to be like you use one setting for if you take a piss or a light shit, and then you use the other one if you do a heavy shit, basically.
Number two. So, naturally, the big one is the one that's frequently pressed, because it's the big one. It's the one that everybody aims for, right? So that should be the small flush.
I feel like
No, the eco. Yeah, it's
exactly.
backwards.
Now look at
True.
this one.
No, don't miss.
That's true. It's backwards. The eco is usually the one that you do less. I think on the toilets that have a lever, it's up for eco and then down for full flush, which is like you would assume you would do it the other way around, right? Because it's easier to push it down than pull it up.
Construe me. I think you're an idiot.
So you're
It's
telling
like a
me that the
2AP
small
shit,
button
exactly.
gets
But
pressed
you're-
more often than the big
True.
button?
It's.
Yeah, it's not so simple, is it?
I understand your logic, but I think it's built on a weak predicate. You're conflating big with important, when in this case, big means big, in that it's the big flush, it's the full flush, and the small means half flush. It's a.
Now, you're telling me that this button gets pressed 5 times as often as this one on the left?
No, I know.
I don't believe it. So what I'm saying is that across all toilets, there is a non-standardization. Look at this. Which one is it?
It's 1 water and 2 water. 1 is less water and 1 is more water. It's like that's so clear to me.
Wrong. 1 big drop for solids, 2 smaller drops for liquid. Which one is it?
The one on the left is the half flush, and the one on the right is the full flush.
Which one's the bigger one? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Only the plumber.
The one on the left is the full flush. The one on the right is the half flush. Yeah, go on. Give us another one. This is easy. I can do this all day.
Not so easy now, is it?
The one on the left is the full flush, and the one on the right's the half flush. Maybe you just don't have an eye for it.
I think this is
Wait,
like
really?
gold like the sun, so it's P.
Yeah.
And then dark like the moon, so it's the darker stuff.
Why is it red?
What if we just had one button, and instead we used AI to determine how large the flush should be? Or a dial and a button. Turn the dial for small amount, more. and
That's
then,
awful.
full.
I
I see what
bad.
you're saying, but I always will go the small one,
Really?
100%.
I don't think I've ever pressed the small button.
Well-
And I don't in public bathrooms because I don't like the idea.
Yeah.
So I'll just hold it and then get very sick. But I always press the big one because that's the big button. Why wouldn't I press the big button?
Maybe it's
You know what's really cool is in Japan, there's a third button. Did you guys know about the third button in Japan? There's a button that just plays noises of flushing. So it doesn't actually flush. It only plays the noise of flushing. So like you press that and it goes like, it does like the huh? It's because you can take a shit and you can increase your stealth levels by pressing that button. Yeah. Because sometimes people if there's multiple people in the bathroom and they have to take a shit, they'll flush the toilet to mask the shit sound, right? So in Japan, they added like a third like eco button in order to make it so it only plays the sound of flushing without actually flushing. That way it saves on the water that you would have used. Yep, that's a thing.
It's because I've grown up in places where there's levels of water restriction. I half flush on number twos.
Really?
I almost never use a full flush. Like, I could not tell you the last time I've used a full flush. I remember when I learnt the rhyme, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. And I was at my mum's work when I was like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8. And I was in an elevator with my mum and a woman who I found out was her boss. And I was like, Mum, check this out. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
What? And then you just said the rhyme?
Yeah, and then Mum's like, oh, that's great. That's great, shut up. She's like, I wish that glow stick took you.
There was a time we were on tank water.
Make a
and we
button
used
to make a
have
flush
same-
sound. Severus says make a button to make a flush sound just so that others don't hear it. That's on brand for Japan. Yeah, they have that in like public restrooms as well. So like this isn't just like a at home thing. They have this. Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's only in public. What am I talking about? It's only in public restrooms that they have it. Yeah.
If it's
Japan has like really interesting like toilet etiquette, I guess. So you have that thing that you can hide the sound. The other thing that Japan has too is no seat covers. You know how like you know how like when you sit down to use, I guess guys don't sit down to pee, but when you sit down to use the toilet, there's like a liner, like a paper liner, right? Like a paper guard that you put down. That doesn't exist in Japan. There is no paper guard. You just sit on the toilet and then you do your business. But the toilet etiquette is that everyone in Japan cleans it after. So like afterwards, after you're done, you know, pooping or peeing using the toilet, you clean it yourself. You get like a toilet paper, and there's like a cleaner, and you clean it yourself. So everybody always cleans for the next person in Japan. That's one thing that's different. The other thing that's different in Japan is there's no paper towels. That's not a thing in Japan. So in Japan, everybody brings a handkerchief. So everybody has a handkerchief on them. And after you use the toilet in Japan, you wash your hands, you use your handkerchief to dry off your hands. There's no paper towels.
Hello, say goodbye, fellow.
But you want to know what's a fucking absolute disaster, though, in Japan? The absolute disaster is tourist areas. If you go to like a tourist area in Japan, especially one that's frequented by other Asians, you're going to have a fucking huge problem because not everybody follows this etiquette. A lot of people in Asia, they kind of are like, fuck it if it's not me, sort of a mentality. So you have signs in Japan that say, do not stand on top of the toilet and then pee into the toilet. And they have these signs. And like, if you look at them, you're like, that's freaking ridiculous. Like if you're from the West and you see these signs, you're like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, what the hell? Right? It's real. It's real. People will stand up on the toilet seat. And you have to understand, this is a culture in which you clean up the seat for the next person, right? But people don't do that. They will just stand. Instead, they'll be like, fuck it, I don't trust the last person. The last person didn't clean up for me, so fuck them. I'm going to stand on top of the seat. But what that does is now it fucks up. It fucks it up like down the line for everybody. Because now the next person doesn't want to sit down on it because it's dirty, right? Because you had your fucking shoes on it. So the next person stands up too. And then so now everybody is like standing up to pee. By the way, women, we're not good at this shit. Okay, guys, listen, you guys have like a plus to accuracy. We're talking a handgun versus a fucking, versus a fucking sniper rifle. Okay, you guys have these really long barrels. Okay, guys, you guys have really long barrels. You have tighter hip fire accuracy, right? We don't have that. We have short barrels. So it's like, it doesn't, it's like a snub nose revolver. You're not going to get good accuracy coming out of it. Okay. So it just goes everywhere, right? So you have people standing up on the toilet, peeing straight down, and it's just the shit's getting fucking everywhere, right? And anyway, the other problem So this is a compounded issue, right? You have that issue, and there's a second issue. And the second issue is that in Asia, in some places in Asia, you don't flush the toilet paper because it'll clog the pipes. So what do? You throw it away. So now imagine, like, the toilet has a bunch of people, not like they're, wiping their asses and wiping their pee holes, and then they don't flush the toilet paper, they throw it away. So now you have so what happens is the bathroom trash cans are not made for this. Okay, so now you have a trash can that's full because everybody's throwing their toilet paper in the trash can rather than actually flushing it down the toilet. So now you have the toilet waste bin that's not made for that kind of capacity. So that fills up all the way. So what happens next? They throw it on the floor right next to the trash can. So now you have a trash can and you have a pile of freaking piss and shit stained toilet paper in the corner. And I have seen this myself. I've literally, I remember I walked in. I was like, oh, I need to pee really bad. I walked in and I was like, fuck that shit. I went 180 and I turned around and I held it. I held it like all the way to the fucking bus station because I was like, there's no fucking shot I'm going to use this toilet. It was so bad. Thank you for the bits, Remy. Thank you. What I'm hearing is an argument for bidets. They have those in Japan. In Japan, even the public restrooms have bidets. Actually, did you know that? Yeah.
If it's brown, let it stick around. No flush for number 2. Big flush for number 1. Ad time.
What does the VPN in NordVPN stand for?
An ancient society has kept this knowledge hidden for millennia.
Or at least, that's what my archaeologist grandfather told me. Behold, Nord Boy, one of the Nord ruins' many puzzles. See how it reroutes my data.
Whoa, you just opened the Theodore Roosevelt.
I love these commercials.
With NordVPN servers all over the globe, anywhere the clues lead. Look, on the back of the Statue of David. Give me your UV light. It's a message from the Founding Fathers. With this, we could get the international Netflix catalog, and a whole bunch of other geo-locked streaming content like BBC iPlayer and Japanese DTV. All the clues are lining up with the next solar eclipse. We gotta get to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier before this exclusive deal expires. Uh-oh, it's the Society of Online Marketers. We've been trying to track your every step, Nordman. They want to make an online profile of our web traffic so they can target us with advertising, and I can't let that happen.
Is that what I think it is?
That's like a whole
Luther
fucking,
King Jr.'s
a whole fucking plot.
Dreamcatcher.
Don't let go, Nordman!
I wasn't going to.
The eclipse is happening now. The ancient riddle!
Virtual, private.
We've got 2 of 3.
What could the N stand for, Nordman?
I'm afraid to find out. From the producers of Nordshank Redemption and director Christopher Nordland. I'm afraid your adventure stops here, Nordman. Hand over Harriet Tubman's cipher, or I'll shoot the boy. This temple had its IP address exposed.
I like how it has the orange airsoft tip on the gun.
It's gonna collapse.
The key to the cipher. It's on your grandfather's old pocket watch, which he gave you on his deathbed in his will before he died.
If it was known, it would mean the end of civilization itself.
Oh, network. It's network. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I thought it would be
Nordschnul treasure. So get NordVPN today. Go to nordvpn.com/incognito to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 bonus months.
Oh, man.
Ad over.
Had to get some MRIs a while back. They were really long. It was like an hour and a half. I'm in this f***ing machine. So it was like really boring.
Did you not have your phone?
No, but they gave us headphones which played music. The guy was like, what kind of music do you listen to? And I was like, oh, I mean, I mostly listen to like video game stuff. So he's like, all right. So he goes,
Oh no! What
This
did
is
he
already
pick?
making me laugh. So he goes on YouTube Music and types in video game music playlist, and he's like, "What does this look all right?" Now it was a bunch of like Undertale and stuff. So he puts it on.
Yeah.
Puts me on the table and puts the thing, the headphones on, locks my head in, and the music starts playing, and it's the like the Skyrim main theme song. Just imagine this mental image of me getting fed into an MRI machine while it's Novakin.
Fucking getting fucking sacrificed.
Novakin. That was very funny. But
that's
later
pretty
on,
good.
when I came out of the machine, he was like, "Oh, how's the music going?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, it's great. It played some stuff from Shin Megami Tensei 4, which it did." And he goes, "Yeah, and Donkey Kong."
Oh, now that's relatable.
Well, okay, the point of the MRI story was not the Dovahkiin music. The point is that you're in there for like an hour and a half, and it's just making a bunch of really loud noises, but you can't see anything happening.
Was it an MRI of your head?
That was my whole spine.
Your whole spine.
It's crazy technology. No.
It is. It is. Do you reckon it's real?
MRIs. Now, I reckon they just put you in and then they just get someone in Blender and they just like put together a spine and they're like, yeah, there it is.
Yes.
And they just make it all fucked up and they're like, oh yeah, they're going to have to take your spine out, put your spine back in.
You didn't drink any glow sticks when you were a kid, did you?
They do it up before they put you in. It's like, you don't have any like metal piercings, any tattoos, da-da-da. You didn't drink any glow sticks when you were 4, did you? No, ma'am. Have you ever had an MRI before?
Yeah, actually, my doctor was worried I might be just like too smart.
Or too handsome.
Yeah, and so they had to take a whole bunch of scans and they were like, what's going on? These numbers are off the charts. And they were seeing like parts glowing and stuff. And they're like, I think this guy's using more than 10%.
There's actually no problems at all. You might be the most healthy and handsome man we've ever scanned. Can you sign this document? It's just a release form.
Hospitals freak me out like really bad. Like they give me like so much stress to like have to be at the hospital.
I'm like, yeah, anything for a fan.
I hate them.
What do you think about space? I like it.
I honestly don't. Perhaps we went to the moon, but I think the footage we have isn't real.
I think they went to Mars and filmed it there.
Just because the lighting was better?
Yeah, we don't have the technology.
They just color corrected
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that makes a lot more sense. Because they were going to do it on Venus, but when they tried to green screen it out, it just, yeah.
Because they're not directors, so they would just be there with the f***ing camera. Like, they don't know to hold it in, like, widescreen mode. They're, like, there with their phone, doing it in vertical.
Can you imagine Neil Armstrong's up there with the camera, and he doesn't realize he's actually got it on selfie?
I'm curious. Let's see here. So the last time a human being walked on the moon was in 1972. Why haven't they done it again? It's interesting. Is there like a reason? No reason to?
Selfie camera, and he's just like, yeah, check this out. It's just on selfie camera.
They had to reconstruct it off the reflections from
The
his helmet.
reflection.
No financial reason?
So there's the three. There's Armstrong
Buzz Lightyear.
and Collins, Andrew Collins.
Well, I'm just going to say third astronaut, in case his name. Michael Collins. Nice one. Egghead. Oh, he's dead. That's a shame.
He died on the moon.
Yeah, they'll have to leave him there. Oh, look, here's a picture of Michael Collins meeting President Trump.
Oh, really?
That's nice. Yeah.
Some say it was his greatest achievement.
His greatest It's like, oh, sorry, he's busy. We can get you Obama. No. Well, I mean, I like the idea if it's just like Trump like doesn't know who he is. He's like, oh, yeah, well, you're Buzz's friend. Yeah, Woody. That was my Trump impression. But like his expression looks like...
Oh, yeah, wow, he's seen some stuff. I've got something really important to tell you, Mr. President. You gotta know about the moon. There's a thing.
There's goblins on the moon.
I haven't told anyone before.
They took Neil and they took Buzz and they replaced him.
Oh, fuck.
And no one will listen to me.
Do you think he gets sick of the moon? Because there's nothing anyone wants to talk to him about except for the moon, right?
The moon, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he goes out at night and he sees the moon. He's like, oh, fuck off. What happens to
that's pretty
werewolves on the
crazy,
moon?
if not
you
that
put
many
a werewolf on the moon, does he just turn into a werewolf all the time?
Yeah, they're
true.
They're just werewolves all the time. Yeah.
Do they need spacesuits?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be scary.
That'd be really spooky.
What do you reckon's the scariest thing you could find on the moon?
The previous
Fucking
crew.
aliens, dude.
Apollo 1.
So you're on the moon.
Sorry, let me just pretend that the
Chrysalids.
moon's real for a second. Okay, yeah, I'm on the moon. Go on.
You're bouncing around, and it's great. You're having a good time. But
What if you bounce too high? Will you fall off? Can you fall off the moon?
no, you can't fall off the moon. What does that even mean?
I mean, I just think that it's like, what if it's like
where? Down
I mean, if you can tip over Guam, then you can fall off the moon.
space? Fall to the bottom of space?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you fall off the moon. Maybe you trip and fumble and you just got to sort of keep going. I think that's the angriest I've ever heard you. Do you reckon they started doing push-ups and they're like, yeah, check this out. 150 push-ups. Easy.
Like one finger.
But he's doing it with his knees down. He's like,
No, just film from the top half up. Neo, film from the top half up.
part of me thinks, just part of me, deep in my soul thinks, I reckon you could fall off the moon.
What, you're just walking around normally, you just got to be really careful.
God, I hope I don't fall.
Trip, and then whoop. When I was a kid, I read a book called The Blue Nowhere by Jeffrey Deaver.
Go on.
It's a deadly game of cat and mouse, where one guy is the world's greatest hacker, and the other one is a brilliant but tortured criminal investigator who's slightly new to the computing world, right? There's one point where they're having their hack off, and they're like, we gotta get into his mainframe, and then he's like, he's hacking into our mainframe at the same time, and they're going back and forth, who can counter-hack the best? And then it seems as though the hacker guy has kind of stopped. Maybe we did it, maybe we won. All of a sudden, the computer that they were hacking on explodes. Because the bad guy hacker managed to turn off all the cooling fans, and it just somehow exploded. What I'm trying to get around to is, how come the NSA doesn't do cool shit like that?
Yeah. It's never something cool like Watchdog, like hacking the bollards, and I'm like, dude, bollard hack, activate.
Is that a
In
good
a
game?
world connected by Web 3.0, nothing is safe.
Imagine we like go to war with China. They press
Hackers can turn your computer into a bomb. When I was in school, I remember when I was a kid, I took a computer class because I don't know, I thought it was cool. Like you go take a college class, right, as a kid, because you could do that. So it was like for summer, and I took like this college class. It was like basic computers, so it was like how to use Word, how to use Excel, how to browse the internet, right? But it was basically a bunch of kids, a bunch of like shithead kids that already knew how to use computers because we grew up with that shit, so we already know how to do it, and a bunch of old people that were like trying to learn it for their jobs, right? But the stuff was so fucking basic that like the kids were like, we already know this shit. Like, use the internet, like we use Word. Let's go play fucking StarCraft, right? So like we would just play like games all day, right? And at one point, we decided, because we were little shithead kids, we thought it'd be really funny to rootkit everyone. So we rootkitted all the computers. And there was like this woman, and I had rootkitted into her computer, and I basically would take over her keyboards, like she couldn't type anything, and she'd be like, my keyboard's not working, and then and she would start like slamming on the keyboard because the keyboard's not working, and then I would take over her thing. I would input from my keyboard to her computer. So like her Word thing just said, stop hitting me, I don't appreciate it. My computer's talking to me. And then I typed on it. I said, I don't appreciate you hitting me. I was like, I don't appreciate you hitting me. How would you feel if I if I hit you back? And then I opened her CD tray. I opened her CD tray and closed it. I just kept opening and closing it. And I typed, you're lucky I can't reach you. You're lucky my arms are too short to reach you. And then I had to like reset everything back to normal because like she went and told the teacher. But the funny thing is the kids knew more than the teacher did. So like he never caught us. Like we were just constantly playing games in class. It was fun times. It was fun times.
It's the button, and all the bollards go up at once.
But then I've got a sweet motorbike, and I can get between the bollards. So I'm driving on my sweet motorbike. I'm listening to Day and Night by Kid Cudi.
Cut the Skyrim.
Yeah, I've got Skyrim theme playing.
They're hacking all the traffic lights. They're turning them all red.
But I mean, I don't stop at red lights anyway. Nice try.
I used to play like StarCraft and Muds and like chat games. Like they're like this chat battle games where you would like be like Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Sailor Moon, and you would play it had like roles and stuff. It was like a tabletop. Like if you like choose your character, you'd be like freaking Brawly.
So next, they use up all the prepaid mobile data on your phone, and suddenly you can't connect to
You
the
play like those free arcades online and watch stick figure fight videos.
internet.
And my plan doesn't reset until the 10th, so my hack
Homestar
gets
Runner.
cancelled.
My hack gets cancelled.
And which is
Potter Puppet Pals.
hard because my other hand was already holding a beer, so now my hands.
I love that idea. Just being at the NSA, the CIA headquarters.
Oh,
Stand
and
down.
Weeble too. Weeble. You watch like Weeble stuff, like this, like.
Where can you see lions?
Only in Kenya.
Cancel the hack.
We need him working for us.
That was the cutest shit. When I was a kid, that was. I
It's
loved
like
it.
You got the movie version
I was
of
peak.
hacking.
I'm getting hacked. This is major.
And then you've got the real life version of hacking, which is much more boring.
I was wondering if you can take a look at a website I'm trying to get to.
Sure, what's the website?
By clicking that link, he's just given David full access to his computer.
We're on his computer right now.
Tedious.
But what if actually it is as fun as in the movies, and it's much more like, have you seen Swordfish?
Yeah.
You're like spinning a cube around, and you're going, the cipher is being decrypted.
Oh yeah.
And you see the number going up. That would be so exciting.
They always have like the progress bar.
I think that's actually what hacking is like, and there's a deliberate move to pretend that it's not.
But what? Like why?
By the way, and this isn't the case for like really, really good hackers. Like obviously there's just really, really good hacker people that can like get into your shit. But like 90% of the people that say that they are like elite pwn hacksaws, they just basically they social engineer you into clicking a link, and then they just take over your computer because you clicked on the virus that they could connect to, and then they could take over your computer that way. I know because I did this.
I
when I was a
heard
kid.
that the underground, government, whatever, I heard that they actually have like this big document that effectively has like contingencies for a whole
To get people like Ragnarok online passwords and stuff.
bunch of really strange scenarios.
Well, what kind of contingencies would it be? Like what happens if the president has a sore tummy today and he has to do an address?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
I reckon it'd be like, it wouldn't be an easy, simple solution. It would be the most convoluted thing possible. It's like, all right, so we actually have a clone of him ready to go. So he can stay in bed. The clone can go out and do the speech.
Wait a minute. What if you cloned Trump?
Sure.
Then dispatched with the original, would the clone still be president?
Would he
No.
still want to be president?
I don't think so.
You'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe it's my chance to be
The clone would be like a different person if people knew.
my own guy.
If we actually did have that, right?
He goes to sign the thing at the inauguration.
Yeah.
And some other guy runs in real fast and signs.
Do you guys ever wonder about that? Like, would that work? Like, could you, like, wouldn't that like really fuck with the whole concept of like people having souls? If you could just clone a person and then like how would that work?
It's his name.
Is it like a different person? Is it a different soul in the fucking clone? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that just doesn't count.
What if you're swearing in the president and it's a woman and she's pregnant at the time? Is the baby also president?
No, I think
What if conjoined twins win the presidency?
one's president, one's vice president?
Yes.
That is an intriguing prospect.
Because they're not supposed to have the president and the vice president in the same room at the same time.
That
That's not true.
sounds like fake.
No, it's true, because what if someone bombs the room? Then you lose both.
I mean, that's like disproven by literally the other day.
But what about all those pictures where it's like Obama and Biden hugging?
They can't be on the same plane, I think, is the thing. I think they can't be on the same airplane.
Do you know that Trump has never met with that other guy?
JD Vance.
Yes. They've never met. Because they can't ever be in the same room at the same time. It's illegal. They'd both be immediately executed. It is illegal.
It is illegal. Yeah, no. I actually had a girlfriend like that where we couldn't be in the... It was...
What if Putin wanted to hang out with Trump like all the time, like be friends with him, and Trump was like, I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't leave. And so eventually he had to get a restraining order against him. But then Putin was like, well, you can't because I have diplomatic immunity.
Ooh, that is very intriguing.
What would you do?
It'd have to become a extra legal process where it's like, oh yeah, hi Putin. Yeah, no, Donald's not feeling very well today. We're just putting him to bed, so you might have to just come back another day, Putin.
Dodging him.
The fucking basketball.
Oh, I've got it. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I don't think there are any real restrictions on Air Force One.
Oh yeah, okay, go on.
So is the president allowed to just fly around to wherever to get ice cream or whatever? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay, now stop here. Yeah, that was good. Now let's stop here. Yes, let's stop at this Ben and Jerry's.
Could be completely wrong. But when Air Force One goes somewhere, there's like 2 other identical Air Force Ones that are like also going. So it's like...
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon the limitation comes down to, mechanical constraint. Like, there's just not enough space for 3 planes at Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, I suppose it's the landing. I asked that to, I sent a DM to Notch once.
Ben and Jerry's is really, really overrated. The best ice cream is Rite Aid. Rite Aid has the best ice cream.
And I was like,
yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been on a private plane. Like, let's say you're going from New York to LA. Are you allowed to just say mid-flight, hey, can you stop and we'll get ice cream? And
did he reply?
He said...
Haagen-Dazs is pretty good, I will admit. Haagen-Dazs is pretty good.
Nothing to reply.
I'm more of a fan of frozen custard, though. I think frozen custard is way better.
So I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know. I've never been on a private plane. I don't know what the rules are.
I just want to clarify, did you actually message Notch that?
Yeah.
That's so funny, man.
Actually, I have some ice cream in the fridge. I might get some.
You know what we forgot to do?
I have some Bluebell.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have some. Dude, I have some Bluebell in the freezer. I think I'm going to go get some, actually. After I take a break after this video, I'm going to go eat some.
Hello, everyone.
It's Mr. B. I'm from Story Mode.
Cold Stone is better than those, dude. Cold Stone's not... That's not fair, though. That's not fair, though. Cold Stone is kind of OP because you can, like, make your own ice cream. And they have, like, apple pie ice cream, which is really fucking good at Cold Stone. If I'm going to get, like, a Cold Stone ice cream, it's either going to be like a straight pistachio or apple pie. And their apple pie ice cream it's so good. It's, again, not really fair because you can kind of like make it your own. It's kind of like a custom thing, That's like that. That's not even fair.
I'm an editor.
Listen, we
Pistachio's
got
my
Story
favorite
Mode.
flavor
We
of
got
ice
our
cream.
channel, right? It's got 2 problems. Number 1, not enough people
When I said that Rite Aid was like the best ice cream, I mean like just regular like scoop ice cream. I'm not including custard and custom in that.
I go to YouTube. I go to reactions. Everybody react in main channel Incognito. Where are the Story Mode reactions? What the hell? Also, other problem. Story Mode. Bad name. I'm changing it. Explained.
Also, Ben and Jerry's is like super woke. If you didn't know that, that's why they're nasty.
I think that's a better name.
I can taste it. I can taste the wokeness when I eat it.
Explained.
Yeah, I like it when people have to pronounce things funny.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, like on main channel, like, do you know why it's called The Varus Strikes Buck?
Yeah.
It means nothing. It's just so that when I knew reaction channels and we're going to watch it, they would pronounce it funny.
This is the Varus Strax book. Strake's book. I can't just read what he wrote, apparently.
And it was just like funny to me that they'd have to. Anyway, point is, I like explained better. I think it's better. Because then you know what you're getting.
But maybe some people haven't seen story mode.
Oh,
so
right. Well,
what are they getting?
To do, Nate heads off into the wasteland. He goes running for many miles along the road.
Wait, this is great. I should watch this. What the hell?
It's just like that.
He just plays like a game and just narrates it.
Cormac McCarthy novel. Blood Meridian.
Until he comes across an old petrol station? Whoa! And there he meets a new hairy four-legged friend.
Oh, I've only got 2 legs, Mr. B.
No.
I've never played this game. Fallout 4. Never played it. In fact, I've never played a single Fallout game.
Oh, Mr. Z,
Not
this is a
even
dog
one.
called Dogmeat, and he's going to be our new friend.
Nate asks if he's seen Sean at all.
Give me Sean!
Never.
Now!
Alas, this shepherd hound only speaks.
There was a point in time where once that point in time hit, all I did was play PvP games. And I didn't really like partake anymore in like one-player games. And this is a combination of 2 things. One, PvP makes me feel good because it feels good to just like absolutely destroy another person in the game. Feels great. 2, I started playing a lot more tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons, and like once you play like a game like Dungeons and Dragons, it kind of just kills a lot of like kind of story-based games for you because it's just better.
German.
Ihr Sohn ist 60 Jahre alt und leitet das Institut.
Do you think this boy could have used a harpoon? Look at him. He's a wee lad.
No, he's far too scrawny. Thin-necked urchin dunderpate like you could never wield a poon such as this.
Are you Alex?
Weirdly, he recognizes her.
That's me.
But I kind of do want to go back and play like a lot more of these games. Like I want to play was it Skyrim? Because I have Skyrim VR, but I kind of didn't play Skyrim VR because it kind of sucked. But I heard that you have to mod the fuck out of it for it to be like actually good. So if I can get like a mod list for it, like actually make Skyrim VR good, like I'll totally play it. I actually do have a bunch of the Fallout games. I got a bunch of them gifted to me. And I do want to play like Red Dead Redemption and what was the Red Dead? There was like another game I wanted to play. What was it? I don't know. There's a lot of games I want to play.
I'm Ryan.
If she was taking that kind of body language, I would not dare.
Yeah, take another step forward.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's like when like a dog, its ears go back and it starts showing its teeth. And you're like,
Rising, right? Metal Gear, right?
Like, no, scoot into the corner, little fella.
I'm really enjoying Metal Gear Rising. The problem is like a lot of the times, like the combat really matters to me a lot. If the combat is like really boring, like you just keep clicking like the same button over and over again, then I don't really have fun with it, to be honest. And I don't really want to play a game that is not fun to me on stream because I think it's going to be obvious. It's going to be like very obvious that I'm bored. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good content.
Generally what happens is you'll come in, it's usually like 12:30 or something, you just woke up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I kind of just feel like watching video games today.
Yeah. I don't want to play it, but tell me what's happening.
Indiana Jones is solving a puzzle in the temple.
What kind of puzzle?
He's got to pour holy wine down a drain to get pictures of Jesus.
Oh, this is too complicated. Skip this part.
Oh no, but we need to do it.
Do some sound effects with your mouth. Make it more funny.
And then you like throw an empty beer bottle at me. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the conspiracy.
NordVPN.com/incognito.
Also pretty good
NordVPN
video.
to again, thanks.
I love this guy's videos. But like, does he not release a lot on his main channel? Like, he's got a main channel here. I'll link it to you guys real quick, and let me give it. Let me give it like the thumbs up and some subs to his side channel. But he has like a main channel, and like I love his videos on it. This one right here. What? There's a new one. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one either, I think. Did I watch this one? I might have watched this one. But I love this one. Was super good. This is like probably my favorite one. The Cost of Concordia. This one's really good. The Incognito of No Man's Sky is really good. I recommend that one too. Brad's Wife is also good. In multiple ways. But there's a lot of really, really good. Oh shoot, the other one too, the Rainforest, and my other favorite one is the Shia LaBeouf, This one, that he will not divide us. Oh my God, so good. It's so good.